Hi, I'm PHilippa Hall with this week's stories for First News. Pope Francis has officially started his papacy, receiving the symbols of his power at a grand ceremony at the Vatican. Before the Mass began, Francis toured a crowded St. Peter's Square, where tens of thousands of worshippers, including world leaders, gathered. The Pope was presented with a papal palladium made of lamb's wool, representing his role as a shepherd. He's also been given a gold-plated silver ring, which bears the image of the first Pope, St. Peter, holding two keys. Researchers in Cambridge have created a digital talking head which can express human emotions.
Last year, I could be very sad or be very angry. But this year I can be happy and afraid.
According to its creators, Zoe is the most expressive avatar ever created and could eventually be used on mobile phones or in classrooms or even at home to help you with your homework. Now, there's been some spooky goings-on in London where 12 skeletons have been found. Archaeologists working on London's Crossrail project think the skeletons may be part of an ancient burial ground holding 50,000 bodies. The bones are thought to be almost 700 years old and were victims of the Black Death. More than 1 million people died in Britain when the plague hit Europe in 1348. Former England football star Michael Owen has said he'll retire from all football at the end of this season. Owen started his England career in 1998 when he was just 17 years old. Since then, he's scored 40 goals for his country. He's also played for Liverpool, Newcastle United, Real Madrid and Manchester United. Two prisoners in Canada who escaped with the use of a helicopter have been recaptured. The pair's bid for freedom happened in broad daylight as they climbed a rope up to the hovering chopper. The aircraft, which had been hijacked from a tour company, was found 50 miles from St. Jerome prison with just the pilot on board. He was treated in hospital for shock. And finally this week on First News, the world seemed to go a little bit green last weekend as people around the globe celebrated St. Patrick's Day. The pyramids in Egypt, Christ the Redeemer in Brazil and Italy's Leaning Tower of Pisa were just a few of the iconic monuments to get an emerald makeover. St. Patrick is the patron saint of Ireland. The day is celebrated as it commemorates the arrival of Christianity in Ireland. The green effects were organised by Tourism Ireland as a bid to increase visitors to the country.